I low-key feel like Angelina Jolie right now. Hey everyone, how you doing? If you are new here, hello, I am Nicol Concilio, and welcome to the video. We are back at it with another Halloween tutorial. This time we have a hot and sexy Medusa coming for y'all. Also, I am wearing a wig. I did not dye my hair, and I don't plan on dyeing my hair dark. So don't even tell me to dye my hair in the comments because I am blonde forever, okay? Okay. This does not look good in real life. It might look good on the camera, but I look very pale and vampire-esque. Today I am partnering with EOS to bring you this Medusa look. This is their new Crystal Lip Balm. Look at how cool it is, guys. It's like totally see-through. I feel like I have a magic ball in my hands, you know. Before we get started, I'm actually going to apply this right now. And it smells amazing. It smells like peaches. And it provides long-lasting hydration. You can use it onto your makeup as a primer to get things smooth and grooving. Also, you dry-skinned ladies like myself will love this product from EOS because it really just helps with the chappedness of my lips. I'm constantly having chapped lips and it's not cute. And you guys sometimes mention it too in the comments, like, why are her lips so chapped? So yeah, I have been using this lately and I really love it. It also contains natural and healthy butters for you like shea butter and all that good stuff. And it just looks so cool. I'm like obsessed with it. I keep looking at it like, and this is a hibiscus peach flavor. And then I'm going to revisit this again later on when we do our lips in the tutorial. It also is super lightweight. It doesn't even feel like you have anything on, which is my favorite because I hate when you put on a hydrating lip product that just is like heavy. Like I like the lightweight-ish, you know what I'm saying? Okay guys, so I am going to shut up. I usually do voiceovers for my tutorials, for Halloween ones specifically. So let's get on into this Medusa look. Okay, so priming our faces, I am taking the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer and applying that all over my face. Now taking my Makeup Forever Flash palette, which has been through hell and back, y'all. I'm taking the green shade and I'm going to be creating some green eyebrows with this. I am making them a little bit more defined and bold than I usually do because I wanted to go along with the Medusa character. I also was really feeling myself in these green eyebrows. And then I'm going in with the Morphe 35B palette and taking this shade right here and going to set our brows. Picking up my Shape Tape Concealer, this is in the shade Light Medium. I am just applying this all over our eyes, kind of like a primer for our eyeshadow. And then also always remember to set your eyeshadow primer or your concealer with any type of translucent powder. Which is exactly what your girl is doing right here. Going back into the Morphe 35B palette. This palette is amazing, especially for Halloween. I'm going to be creating a cut crease and I'm using a very small defined brush to kind of create that cut crease shape that I like to do. And then I switch back and forth to a kind of fluffier brush and blending it out even more. I'm kind of a perfectionist with cut creases, so I do this quite often. And also, you guys know I do have a discount code with Morphe. It's NICOL in all caps at the checkout, so that'll get you 10% off on any Morphe product. And it also helps me out a lot too. And here I'm just taking a little bit of a darker green shade and I'm going to deepen up our cut crease even more, y'all. And then again, going back and forth with our fluffy brush. Our Makeup Forever Flash palette yet again. I'm taking this black shade right there and I'm going to be filling in our cut crease with this, and I actually kind of made it into a winged liner kind of effect you'll see later on here, but I actually did wind up making a lot of mistakes throughout this tutorial, which is okay. And I just want to let you guys know that even myself, I still make mistakes, and a lot of the times when I sit down and film these Halloween tutorials, I don't even know what I'm doing. So yeah, so just don't be discouraged by anything. If you mess up, you can always wipe off. And here I am just setting that black eyeshadow. And then I'm taking some fishnet that I cut up. I'm just going to use that to create our scales on our eyes because Medusa is a snake. So I did want to have some scale effects. And I'm using the 35B palette again. I used the 35B palette this entire tutorial, but you can see how cool that looks on the eyes. If you do have large eyelids like myself, this is perfect for you. And don't forget to have your victory moment, y'all, because we didn't mess up. And then I'm taking the eye jewels from Tarte Cosmetics, and I'm going to outline my kind of like cut crease that we did. I felt like it kind of got lost a little bit, so I just wanted to make that more defined. And I also felt like it looked more royal-esque. And then I popped on some Violet Voss eyelashes. I can't remember the specific name, but everything will be in the description box below. And now I'm taking some Fenty Beauty foundation. This foundation is freaking bomb.com. I'm using the shade 260. I'm applying it all over and then blending it out with a beauty blender. To set our entire face, I'm taking the Perfect Setting Powder from Cover FX, and I'm going to put this all over. I normally don't do this because you guys know I have dry skin, but since we are drawing all over our face for this special Halloween time of year, I tend to do this with every look. Picking back up our EOS Crystal Lip Balm, I'm applying this again just to add some more hydration. And then taking this green shade, I wanted to apply that to my lower lash line. I actually did this step off of camera because I wasn't sure if I liked it or not, but it wound up looking pretty cool and I felt like it made me look even more snaky. So I just basically created a cat eye on our lower lash and just kind of winged it out in the center. And I'm just adding some white shadow there to kind of make it pop even more. Taking some green eyeshadow from our Morphe 35B palette, I'm taking a very small brush and I'm just focusing it in the hollows of my cheek for our green contour. This part was very important. You want to make sure you start off first with a small brush and then switch over to a big brush. That way you don't kind of have a mess of green all over your face. And I did the same exact thing to the other side, kind of starting small, getting our line down, and then blending it up with a bigger brush. I wound up doing all of this to my forehead and neck, which you will see later on. And then I'm taking some of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Creme Waterproof Liner, and I decided my eyebrows, they kind of looked too childish. I felt like they just looked too like kid green, and I just wanted to darken them up and give them more of an ombre black to green. So I felt that looked more fitting for this character. And then I just was, here we go again, adding some more green to my forehead, and I added a little bit to my jaw, my chin, brought it down my neck, you know. Taking our Anastasia Moonchild Glow Kit, I'm applying the color Lucky Clover all over our green contour areas, so that includes our cheeks, our chin, our forehead. I go down my nose a little bit later. I just loved the way this highlighter looked. It really brought the whole look together and it made it look more three-dimensional and not as flat. Picking up that green shade yet again in the 35B, I start to contour out our nose and add some of that Lucky Clover shade to the center from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild Glow Kit. Listen, even Medusa needs a poppin' nose highlight, you know what I'm saying? Using our cream liner from ABH again, I found some inspiration from Una Slayers of the Gods on Instagram. I love the way she created her nose for Medusa. I thought it was awesome and it looked so snake-like. I was like, yes, girl. So now I'm adding some more scales to this look because after all, she is a snake. So I found that working with fishnets in much smaller sections like I'm doing was way more effective and better because I actually had to wipe off my entire foundation at one point because the scales wound up looking too splotchy and all over the place. So working in small sections like I'm doing, I found was best for this whole look. And I'm just going over the areas where we have our contour and our green kind of highlight going on. And again, I am using my Morphe 35B palette, the two darker green shades. I also did bring some scales down my neck, but not too much because I didn't want it to get too crazy and intense. Sometimes you can lose the scales if you add too many. Now I am taking our Crystal Lip Balm from EOS again, and I'm priming our lips one more time. This is super lightweight, guys, and it has amazing natural ingredients in it like shea butter, coconut, aloe oil, and it just smells amazing. And now I'm taking my Anastasia lip palette, and I'm using the black shade, and I'm going to outline our lips in this black and then fill it all in, kind of smudge my lips together because this black is super, super pigmented. You don't need too much of it. And then I just kind of do some more outlinings, get it as even as possible. And I took some black shadow to make this more matte and more like scary and edgy looking. Now I'm taking that fishnet again, and I'm going to be creating scales on our lips. So I'm taking the green shadow from the 35B palette, and I'm just kind of pressing it in and using our fishnet as a guide to get some scales. And since we are doing a lot of things to our lips here, we're adding some glitter and some gems. Having the Crystal Lip Balm underneath actually protect my lips so much, and I was so happy that I had that on underneath because they were still really nice and fluffy and hydrated. So here I'm just adding some random speckles to the look, popping on my Medusa crown that I got from Spirit Halloween, and this is the finished look, y'all. I had to duck down so you could see all of the snakes. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I had such a fun time partnering with EOS. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more Halloween looks. And yay! I hope you guys love it. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.